Hello, and welcome to Always Intense. Today, we're heading out to sea facing towering waves, fierce winds, and the most unforgiving challenges the ocean can bring. Ready? Let's dive in. The ocean today feels like it's in a rage. Waves crash relentlessly, as if testing the ship's endurance. The vessel is struggling to keep its balance. The wind and waves seem determined to push it off course. This ocean is no place for the faint-hearted today. It's a true test of survival. A single moment of distraction could cost a life. No one dares to take their eyes off the incoming waves. This is the reality sailors face every single day. Even when exhausted to the core, they must push forward because out at sea, stopping can be just as dangerous as moving. Everyone knows that one small mistake could cost a life. That's why there's no room for complacency here. Just one unexpected strong gust of wind can knock the ladder out of place, and that's when accidents are most likely to happen. The launch itself happens in the blink of an eye. But behind it are countless days and nights of hard work, from the very first steel frame to the final coat of paint, all coming together for this single moment. The ocean is harsh, yet humans have found ways to conquer it with technology, and oil platforms are living proof. Have you ever wondered how an oil platform can remain stable in waters as deep as 8,000 feet? At that depth, water pressure is immense. Waves and currents are constantly shifting, and the seabed is incredibly far below. It's a colossal challenge that humans have overcome through engineering and innovation. The secret lies in two main designs. One is the fixed platform, anchored to the seabed with massive steel legs, like giant pillars holding the whole structure in place. The other is the floating platform, kept in position by a system of ultra-strong anchors and cables, combined with GPS and automatic thrusters, ensuring it stays exactly where it needs to be, no matter how strong the wind or currents. The platform's body is designed to sway with the waves, easing the pressure rather than resisting it completely. Its construction materials are specially made to withstand both seawater corrosion and powerful impacts. Thanks to all these factors, an oil platform can stand firm in the middle of the ocean, a place where humans couldn't survive for long without technology. Impressive, isn't it? Amid the white-capped waves and howling winds, we truly see the sheer power of the ocean. Yet in this harsh environment, people have proven their courage, resilience, and extraordinary creativity, from sailors keeping watch through the night to engineers building massive oil platforms and sturdy ships, all a part of the effort to conquer the challenges the sea presents. Life offshore is not only about the dangerous moments you've just witnessed, it's also a story of deep bonds, teamwork, and trust. Every second they hold their ground at sea, every decision made amid the waves, is proof of an unyielding spirit. But no matter how strong humans become, the ocean must always be respected. We cannot and should not fight against nature. Instead, we must learn to listen, understand, and live in harmony with it. Every wave and every gust of wind reminds us that nature is both our friend and our greatest challenge. We hope that after watching this video, you'll have a deeper appreciation for those who work tirelessly at sea and for the vast, powerful ocean that surrounds us all. Thanks for sailing with Always Intense. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss what's next. Which moment shook you the most? Let us know in the comments. See you in the next journey. out on the open water, every decision matters. Every second counts. The sea pushes, pulls, and challenges until only resilience remains. Survivors learn to read the sky, listen to the waves, and respect the danger beneath them. Always intense, these moments become legends written by the ocean itself. Hello everyone! Severe weather, a moment of distraction by the captain, or a simple miscommunication among the crew that's all it takes for a calm voyage to spiral into chaos. In this video, we dive into some of the most spectacular maritime incidents ever caught on camera, moments so intense they'll leave you holding your breath. Let's get started. This happened in southern Taiwan. The ship was attempting to dock but got too close to the structure and made the wrong turn at the worst time. Guess what's about to happen? Two massive vessels get too close and collide with a high-pitched screech of metal. A heated exchange between the two crews seems inevitable. Launch procedures can go terribly wrong. Here's a striking example of just how disastrous a failed launch can be. On April 25th, 2025, a dramatic rescue unfolded off the coast of Yemen after a livestock carrier suddenly capsized with hundreds of sheep on board. It's a scene almost too wild to believe. This incident proves one thing: even seasoned sailors can struggle in the chaotic mess of Bangladesh's port. Oh no, that tiny boat is battling a furious sea wave. Slam it relentlessly. Can it really hold out? Canada's Welland Canal is wide enough for safe navigation, but this time, luck wasn't on either captain's side. Sometimes, even a small mistake can lead to major consequences. Never underestimate low speed. Even a slow motion collision can cause serious damage. This captain's story proves it. I'm honestly wondering, is this a rough sea? Or the opening scene of the apocalypse? It looks absolutely terrifying. The Drake Passage. A stretch of sea so treacherous that even seasoned sailors tread with caution. It holds the title of being the widest and stormiest passage in the world. It's hard to imagine what those aboard that tiny boat felt as a 325-metre sea giant loomed toward them. Thankfully, no one was seriously injured in the near collision. In a sudden incident, a pedestrian bridge in southwest Ecuador couldn't withstand the impact from a small vessel. It's terrifying to see part of the structure collapse like that. One of the most common causes of major maritime accidents is storms. How this Spanish vessel, the Luna, was even allowed to sail off the French coast that day with winds reaching 100 km/h is a mystery. In this case, a container ship was nearing the dock when strong winds caused its mooring lines to loosen. The vessel drifted and slammed into a port crane. What a sight! Who knows when that truck decided to take the plunge? But it somehow held together until it reached port and, thankfully, avoided major damage. Another case of complete loss of control. Poor visibility and crew negligence led to a container ship crashing into a cruise vessel that hadn't even left the dock in Hamburg. Looks like someone seriously miscalculated the weight. Ever wonder how a massive block of metal like a cargo ship can glide so smoothly over raging seas? It's the North Sea again and once more. It's showing its infamous wrath. Watch what it does this time. Massive waves can sink anything in their path in this terrifying footage. The boat rocks violently, water flooding in as the crew fights desperately to stay afloat. This is what happens when rough seas hit hard boats docked near the shore are tossed around, slamming into each other in utter chaos. Oh wow, what a scene of chaos!
Oye, aquel no lo puede tomar. Joder, qué chido, boludo.
Mirá que embalse, mirá que embalse. Mirá esto.
No, y el agua ahora que empieza a nadar todo. ¡Qué volado!
Captured footage of the MSC Opera cruise ship returning from a voyage in Venice only for the captain to lose control and ram straight into the pier. Off the coast of Australia, one vessel was anchored when a cargo ship lost control and came barreling in. With no time to steer away, the crews could only watch and record the impending crash. Deck. Mounted camera captures the moment a ship is pounded by relentless waves, tossed and shaken in the heart of the storm. It's a feeling of helplessness, like drifting on the edge between survival and disaster. A massive fire at sea turning nightmare into reality. Nearly 3,000 cars were being transported when flames suddenly erupted, engulfing the ship near a protected bird sanctuary off the coast of the Netherlands. Fears of a widespread environmental disaster quickly followed. The cause, a shocking level of negligence. The captain ignored critical safety procedures. turning the massive vessel into a ticking time bomb. In the legendary Drake Passage, known for its brutal storms, a cruise ship is caught in a vortex of violent winds. Passengers find themselves suspended between paradise and hell. A heart-stopping scene. A group of fishermen are forced to leap from their boat just moments before a speeding vessel crashes straight into it. 1 second later, and it could have been fatal. Chaos erupts at an Indonesian seaport. A runaway container ship slams into a giant crane, causing massive damage. Luckily, no one was hurt.
Oh, SSC'ye vurdu. SSC'ye vurdu. SSC'ler gidiyor. Lan dur. Lan seni kaptan yapanım bu liman. Allah, SSC düştü.
Disaster after disaster. A Russian ship is hit by a violent storm. Gusts so strong they blow all 52 vehicles. It was carrying straight into the sea. Every blast of wind lands like a merciless blow. A small miscalculation with massive consequences. A container forklift topples into the sea during loading, all due to a critical technical error. The sea can split anything in two, even a massive cargo ship. The vessel broke apart after crashing into a reef during a storm, a brutal reminder of nature's unimaginable force. At the port of Buenos Aires, a moment no one saw coming. The cruise ship orchestra collides with the docked Pisia. No one was injured, but the property damage was immense.
Nos fuimos, y el policía se quedó en Buenos Aires. Se come el muelle allá, ¿eh?
Fire at sea is the stuff of nightmares. A collision between a container ship and an oil tanker sparked a massive inferno, leaving both vessels engulfed in flames, damaged beyond all hope of repair. In Russian waters, carelessness strikes again. A cargo ship crashes into a docked vessel, causing serious damage all due to a simple navigation error. A heart-pounding moment. The crew watches helplessly as a massive ship barrels toward them. But thanks to a split-second reaction, disaster is narrowly avoided. In the Philippines, a small boat approaches the dock too fast, slams into the pier, and flips over. A man and a child manage to survive, but that moment is something they'll never forget. A tense situation. A container ship breaks free from its tow line and crashes into the dock, barely missing the tugboat crew working in its path. On a double-decker cruise boat, disaster strikes without warning. The vessel capsizes, sending over 100 passengers into panic. Rescue teams arrive just in time, but once again, questions about safety rise to the surface. A split-second collision between racing boats just inches away from disaster. One athlete reacts on instinct, and it's that reflex that saves them.
Look! Ah, shit.
An offshore supply vessel is trapped in massive waves and brutal weather. The Relentless rocking puts the crew in a fight for their lives. In the heart of storm season, the fishermen alongside Ibrahim Harry refuse to back down. They brave every crashing wave, defy the danger, and in the end, return home with pride in their hearts. Head station: a French fishing vessel is suspected of illegal fishing in the waters off the Faroe Islands. During its attempted escape, it collides with a patrol ship, sparking tension on the high seas. Howling winds, towering waves. The fishing boat tosses like a leaf in the open sea. Every crashing swell threatens to sweep it all away. A leisure cruise can quickly turn into a nightmare. Testaments to human fragility in the face of majestic nature. Yet, hidden within is also the strange beauty of the ocean. The adventurous journeys, the spectacular moments, or even the way humans overcome adversity all paint a vivid picture of courage, resilience, and the intense desire to live. This is not just a compilation video. This is a reminder the sea is never entirely gentle. And for those who choose to live, work, or explore on its surface, they deserve respect. If your heart pounds when you see a ship struggling in huge waves, or you get chills when sharks lurk beneath the surface, you are not alone. The stories here are real, and there are still many more stories waiting to be told about humans, about the ocean, and about the thin line between survival and danger. If you found this video engaging, don't forget to hit like, leave a comment, and follow the Always Intense channel. We still have plenty of dramatic and surprising content waiting for you to discover. See you in the next videos. When the storm hits hardest, instincts take over, hands tighten on rails, hearts beat louder than the wind. The ocean roars its warning, shaking every bolt and beam as if testing what will break first. But even in the darkest hour, a spark of determination keeps hope alive. In Always Intense. That spark is what turns survivors into heroes. Hello, and welcome to Always Intense. Today, you'll witness life or death moments between humans and the sea where there's no room for mistakes. Raging waves, fierce winds, and brutal storms all real. All caught on camera. Let's dive in. Don't assume big ships mean total safety. Out at sea, nature always calls the shots. Even massive aircraft carriers can be humbled by rough seas, their bow shattered after a series of brutal hits. A giant ship is launched, sending up a splash like a mini tsunami. And this is the harsh reality fishermen face every single day. deep sea stories, nothing is more dangerous than overconfidence. It's not just the storms, it's human error that often leads to disaster. In this video, you'll feel the full chaos as the ship battles massive waves and fierce winds. A piece of the ocean's treasure has just been found in the form of a drifting cargo container. You're looking at reality in Bangladesh boats packed to the brim, yet still pushing off from the dock. As you can see here, the water surged so suddenly and powerfully, it swept away a full-grown adult. Oh my god. Watch as the helpless barge is shoved into the dam, then torn apart by the sheer force of the current. It's terrifying. You're looking at giant container ships out in the vast ocean like floating cities, stretching hundreds of meters and carrying thousands of containers packed with goods from around the world. When you see one gliding across calm waters, imagine this: beneath that steel hull lies a complex web of engineering, run by skilled crews and powered by cutting-edge technology. Each journey lasts for weeks, covering thousands of nautical miles from port to port. these ships face all kinds of extreme weather, from towering waves like buildings to wind gusts as fierce as a storm. And yet, they keep moving forward, quietly powering the global supply chain without pause. We rarely think about the journey an item takes to reach us, but chances are it crossed an ocean, packed inside a container locked in place among hundreds of thousands of others. Impressive, isn't it? These giants of the sea work tirelessly day and night, mostly unnoticed. Have you ever seen a container ship up close? Share your thoughts in the comments. Look at that, all that's left is wreckage. Oh my god, look at this, is the ocean losing its mind? This isn't a beautiful moment. It's a clear sign that climate change is accelerating.
Moon, look at that moon. Look, wow.
The ocean, it's where life began, and where human courage is constantly tested. For thousands of years, the waves have crashed against the shore, carrying stories of survival, loss, and hope to fishermen. The sea isn't just a workplace, it's a way of life. It holds their dreams and demands their sweat, tears, and often their safety in return. We've just witnessed moments few ever experience: violent storms, towering waves, risky collisions, and divers facing surprise encounters with sharks. Each image is a reminder of how fragile we are against nature's might, but also of the incredible strength and resilience that define the human spirit. For those of us on land, the sea might just be a vacation destination. But for millions of fishermen, it is life itself. And every day, they choose to return not because they don't feel fear, but because they know what's at stake for their families, their communities, and for the survival of their way of life. We hope that after watching this video, you not only see the raw power of nature, but also gain a deeper appreciation for the quiet struggles of those who live with the ocean. Let's value every seafood meal, every shipment that arrives on time, and every early weather warning, because behind them lies a vast system, and thousands of people braving danger for the good of us all. An unexpected storm descends offshore. Waves rise like mountains. The ship pitches violently. Every step is a challenge for survival. The sound of splashing water and cracking steel makes you feel like you're right in the moment. And this is what fishermen and sailors must be ready to face every day. But they don't always have time to prepare. Just yesterday, the entire Pacific was rattled by a powerful 8.8 magnitude earthquake off the coast of Kamchatka. The shockwaves triggered urgent tsunami warnings across Japan, Hawaii, and the entire west coast of the United States. In Japan, more than 2 million people were evacuated while in Crescent City. California, over 100 vessels were forced to unmoor and scramble to escape the danger zone. The initial waves weren't massive, but it was the element of surprise. The vast area affected, and the looming fear of what might come next that sent coastal regions into a state of high alert. The ocean doesn't always give loud warnings. Sometimes it's calm until it suddenly isn't. And that's why what you're about to see isn't just a dramatic video, it's a glimpse of real-life scenarios that could happen again, anytime. The ocean can be beautiful, but it can also be terrifying. Amidst the fury of the North Sea, the oil rig stands firm like a steel fortress against the fierce waves. Amidst the rough waters, the ships look surprisingly small. A spectacular display of technology. The icebreaker is crushing colossal ice floes beneath its hull. Astonishingly powerful. The waves are colossal, but the courage is even greater. A bulk carrier sustains heavy damage, torn apart in a horrific collision. A passenger video captures the moment the Norwegian Sun cruise ship collides with a small ice floe near Hubbard Glacier, Alaska. This moment brings back terrifying memories of the Titanic. Just by looking, you can feel the intimidating size of this great white shark.
He's a monster, dude! Holy shit!
Look at this! Oh my god!
With this shot, the boy in the front will likely carry a lifelong fear of the sea. You can't take your eyes off this colossal machine conquering the ocean. Anchoring in strong winds. This is a moment that requires perfect coordination and extensive experience. The ocean always carries two opposing sides on one hand, breathtaking, majestic beauty, and on the other, unpredictable savagery, waves surging as if to swallow everything, sudden storms leaving no time to react, and violent collisions happening in an instant. These are the realities that sailors, fishermen, and those who work at sea face every day. They don't always have a choice. When the ocean rages, every skill, every survival experience is put to the test. From anchoring in strong winds, maneuvering a ship amidst skyscraper-high waves, to making life or death decisions in mere seconds will require composure, courage, and a steel will. We watch these images on screenboats, swaying, ships losing control, steel hitting steel, water splashing everywhere it seems distant. But it's the real world happening out there, where tiny humans battle colossal nature. Whether it's a resilient oil rig in the North Sea or a cruise ship navigating icy waters, behind every movement lies vigilance, sweat, and the belief that they will return. Not everyone is born to belong to the sea. But if they choose this path, they always understand that the sea is not something to control, but something to respect. Because even a small mistake can cost a life. I hope this series of videos not only amazes you with dramatic moments, but also helps you understand more about the people who live amidst the waves. They are not legendary heroes. They are real people with ordinary hearts, but they choose to live where no one dares to go. And if there are times you feel small in this world, remember that there are people who stand strong every day in the middle of the ocean with just a boat, a map. Share your stories in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe to Always Intense, and hit the bell so you never miss out on our latest video. The ocean is vast yet unforgiving. Today's footage captures just a fraction of the immense world people face daily. Every fierce wave and strong gust reminds us that nature is never easy, and even a small mistake can have serious consequences. Sailors, fishermen, and those who work at sea don't just battle the elements, they learn to read the ocean, coordinate with each other, and make life or death decisions in every moment. Large ships cutting through rough waves, overloaded ferries, and speedboats racing across the ocean all demonstrate human strength when skill, experience, and courage come together. Yet they also remind us that the ocean demands absolute respect, a force humans cannot fully tame. Melting ice, massive waves, and exhilarating surf moments all showcase the beauty, danger, and untold stories of the open sea. Appreciate these scenes not just for their drama or thrills, but for the courage, perseverance, and human spirit they reveal in the face of nature. Thanks for sailing with Always Intense. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you never miss what's next. Which moment shook you the most? Let us know in the comments. See you in the next journey. some nights, the sea feels endless, a black horizon swallowing every trace of light. Crews brace themselves, knowing the next wave could lift them to the sky or drag them into the deep. Fear becomes focus, and chaos becomes a test of strength, in always intent. These nights are where true bravery is forged. In the next scene, a ship carrying 12,000 tons of cargo is struggling in the open sea amid a Category 10 storm. Violent gusts of wind, relentless waves crashing in, water flooding the deck, and the hull shaking uncontrollably. Everything feels on the verge of breaking apart in total chaos. An oil tanker is struggling to move through a violent storm. Massive waves crash repeatedly against its side, and powerful winds slam the ship, tilting it with every gust. Every meter forward is a battle against the fury of nature. But this isn't even the worst part. The crew on board is filming the raging sea as towering waves threaten to swallow the tiny ship whole. The camera shakes with each violent impact, a raw, unfiltered moment in the heart of the storm. This video captures the moment a ship battles massive waves in the open sea. Rocking violently from side to side, it's unclear how much longer it can hold on. In Alabama, the Carnival Triumph lost control during a storm and crashed into another ship. The incident injured 2 workers, and one was found dead after being missing for 9 days.
Don't fight on Carnival. Holy
A terrifying scene as a massive barge slams into a bridge, causing it to collapse. Fortunately, no vehicles were crossing at the time. In January 2021, the MV Arvin broke in half due to rough seas in the Black Sea, leaving several people dead. The wreck sank to the bottom in deep waters. The sea shows no mercy to anything. What's happening here? 2 cargo ships from Vietnam and Turkey collided head-on in the Singapore Strait. Fortunately, there were no casualties, but the material damage was unimaginable. a Mexican Navy ship crashed into the Brooklyn Bridge, snapping its mast, which came crashing down onto the deck. Several sailors were injured, and the hull suffered severe damage. In this alarming footage, the Stella Banner slowly disappears off the coast of Brazil. Though it was a controlled sinking, the moment this massive ship is swallowed by the sea still sends chills down your spine. The deep ocean has a way of making everything vanish as if it never existed. Next is a sudden sinking at the port of Chittagong, Bangladesh. A supply ship capsized without warning, and the crew shouted as they jumped off the deck into the churning waves. Thankfully, no one was hurt, but the ship was lost forever. In a life or death moment, the yacht Adelina suffered a broken rudder and began flooding uncontrollably. Everyone on board was rescued just minutes before the vessel sank completely. What's happening next? Lulu the floating concert ship is slowly sinking while the band continues to play. All the surrounding boats can do is stand by in silence and watch. Next is a barge in Ecuador that suddenly capsized in the middle of the river. Fortunately, everyone managed to jump clear just before it flipped over completely. Take a look. This is the Lady Luck, a name that feels like destiny. It sank in an oddly perfect way upright. No rolling, no tilting. Everyone watching seemed oddly delighted. A tragic incident unfolded when, in a horrifying moment, the boat suddenly capsized in the middle of the river while it was still full of people who hadn't made it out in time. An illegal fishing boat, chased by authorities, deliberately sank itself to destroy the evidence. Rescue teams managed to save 40 people just before the vessel went down. This is definitely a memory they'll never forget. Never underestimate the power of the sea. The ships have sunk, the lives are gone, and all that remain. June 22nd, 2025. The piercing scream of a Tomahawk missile tears through the skies over the Middle East. This is the most intense and gripping event happening right now. This isn't a simulation. This is real war. The US has just launched Operation Midnight Hammer, a surgical strike targeting 3 of Iran's nuclear facilities. President Trump called it a tremendous success. Wait, but Iran is threatening retaliation and may shut down the Strait of Hormuz, one of the world's most critical shipping routes. But you don't need a war to see how dangerous it gets. Sometimes, a single wave, or what feels like a harmless collision, can drag the whole world beneath the sea. A cargo ship slammed straight into the bridge. Without a hint of hesitation, all that's left is smoke, screeching metal, and one big question: who gave this captain a license? Oh man! In this shocking incident, the cruise ship, Excellent, lost control and slammed into a port crane, causing it to collapse and burst into flames. 420 passengers narrowly escaped, but thick smoke and fire engulfed the dock. It looked like the end of the world. Here, a cargo barge snapped in half after colliding with a dredging machine. It's the kind of incident that sends chills down your spine. A sudden gust threw 2 racing boats off course, causing a brutal collision, shattered hulls, and torn sails. But against all odds, they got back in the race. That's the spirit of never giving up. Even in the middle of the ocean. Pretty amazing, right?
Of the bottom end of the line at the moment with 19 seconds to go.
What's these guys? Oh my god! Oh my god!
Fake roll. That doesn't exist.
Go forward, Dick. Dick, go forward. Go for... Go for the mark. Go for the mark. Mark. Oh, Peter. Oh. Fill your sheets. Good. Pull out.
Watch as these small boats struggle in rough waves, tossing wildly as they try to make it to shore. They could flip at any second, right in front of everyone. I really hope they're wearing life jackets.
We need to help them, bro.
He barely finished the turn and was probably feeling proud, when he suddenly got launched right off the boat.
No! Oh my god! Oh my god!
Being anyone's top three before.
Oh, what?
this-
Oh no!
We do have a boat over on the course.
Get ready for a tense moment. Carnival legend and carnival glory collide head-on as one attempts to dock, producing a bone-chilling sound as the bow tears straight through the other ship's side. Absolutely terrifying. Cameras captured the moment the MSC Harmonia slowly ploughed into the port in Honduras, tearing it apart piece by piece. Witnesses couldn't believe their eyes. Oh my god. Next up, the Carnival Triumph, under repair at the time, slammed into a U. Ship. The impact ripped a 20-foot gash along the hull. A tough lesson for every young captain out there. The ocean's fury will send chills down your spine.
I'm looking at it.
This scene leaves viewers holding their breath. In the middle of a raging sea, a tiny supply ship is tossed around by massive waves, each one looking like it's about to swallow it whole. Amid the crashing waves, fishermen struggle to steady their violently rocking boat, clinging to ropes for balance. They're already wearing life jackets, bracing for the worst, which could strike at any moment. From inside the cabin, a crew member captures the terrifying scene. A ship violently swaying in the grip of a raging storm. Lightning tears across the night sky again and again. And with every flash, hearts skip a beat in fear. Amid the fury of Typhoon Chaba on July 2nd, 2022, a construction vessel was torn in half and sank within moments. Out of 30 crew members, only 3 were found alive. A truly heartbreaking tragedy. This video shows you just how quickly everything can spiral into chaos when the ocean decides to speak. Absolutely terrifying. A small fishing boat is out at sea, battling wave after wave. I truly hope it makes it back safely. You're watching a furious shark slam straight into the steel cage. This up close, raw footage. Does it take your breath away? All that's left is the howling wind, a trembling hull, and water rising like it's ready to drown every last hope. If you ever thought the ocean was a place to relax, think again. Heart of the storm chaos all around, as a small boat struggles desperately against nature's fury, with no telling how much longer it can hold on.
Line snapping, sails pulling out. Yeah, I was.
When the ocean is angry, the waves seem hell-bent on swallowing anything that dares appear on the surface. It's terrifying. In this shot, a small boat sets out to sea, but the first crashing waves are a clear warning the ocean isn't in a friendly mood today. Each wave lunges at the tiny boat like it's prey. If you were standing on that deck right now, would you be shivering too? And this is nature's brutal reminder: never underestimate the sea. One powerful wave flipped the boat in an instant. Let's hope that man makes it back alive. Now we shift to a human mistake. The captain misjudged the clearance, and the ship got wedged tight under the bridge. One moment of carelessness, and the consequences were instant. When the fuel ran out just as a storm was closing in, the boat sent out a desperate distress call. Rescue teams made it in time, but they were still far from shore. All I can do is hope they made it back alive.
Hey, tolong. Hey! Woo! Woo! Oh. Bersolar, oi! Woo! Hey! Botol! Unfiltered.
Watching this scene, you can't help but be shocked and impressed by this athlete's sheer grit and courage. The savage waves below look like death itself, waiting for one wrong move. A massive ship is rocking hard. Waves are so powerful they've tilted it to one side, and water is flooding the deck like danger pouring in. The crew must be in full-blown panic right now. But not everyone is afraid. Some tourists actually seem thrilled by the massive waves. Still, remember, excitement like that can turn into disaster in the blink of an eye. Fortunately, in this case, a cargo ship that had been swept onto the rocky shore was successfully rescued. The crew was airlifted to safety by helicopter, a sigh of relief ending. Cameras captured the moment a powerful storm dragged this boat straight into the heart of its vortex. A clear reminder, never head out to sea without checking the weather, because not everyone gets lucky. A wild sight, fierce waterspouts rising out of the open sea like silent monsters on the hunt. The scene is truly chilling.
Steph, get in the video. Get in the video. We got a waterspout.
That's a big one.
There's no denying it. humans are tiny compared to the ocean. One small mistake can cost a life. Even launching a boat isn't easy, just a slight miscalculation. And the consequences can be disastrous. This footage is truly heart-stopping, and it's amazing how these boats manage to stay balanced at all. Oh man, who on earth is steering this ship? That move was so bad. All you can do is put your head in your hands. And here comes the terrifying aftermath. A runaway ferry slams straight into the bridge. The impact echoes like an explosion of steel, turning the vessel into a mangled mess. Next up, another chaotic collision, this time on the Chao Phraya River. Right in the heart of Bangkok, in Indonesia, a ferry carrying 2 trucks across a river suddenly lost balance. Both heavy trucks slid off the deck and plunged into the water. A hard lesson for the young driver. One wrong turn of the wheel led to some serious damage.
Let's back up.
Look at it coming. Oh no. Here it comes.
Look at that, massive waves are tossing the boat around like a toy. The people on board look like they're riding a deadly seesaw. At the port of Tuaps on the Black Sea, a cargo ship suddenly surged forward while docked, crashing straight into another vessel. Both hulls were severely damaged. Was it a technical failure? Or just a moment of carelessness? And this is what happens when a careless decision is made loading a truck onto a riverboat without checking the balance. The price for that mistake is playing out right before our eyes. This massive ship plows into another vessel on the river, completely out of control. The crew had no time to react.
Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Tao ganjal! Ganjal tao! Tao ganjal! Tao! Anak bajingan ah. Aha kaldıracak. Aha vurdu.
Next is an unbelievable situation. It's as if the captain forgot how to brake. The ship just keeps charging forward with no sign of slowing down.
Awas itu!
in this troubling footage, a barge loaded with coal, despite being helmed by a seasoned captain, loses control and crashes into another cargo ship. It's a silent warning that danger is always just beneath the surface. The next footage captures two serious collisions between a tugboat pushing barges and the old Highway 80 bridge in Vicksburg, Mississippi. Cars on the bridge panicked and quickly turned around to escape. Another ship crashed into a bridge over just a few inches of clearance. It's yet another reminder that the line between safety and disaster is incredibly thin. And here's a classic facepalm docking fail. The ship ended up stuck on the shore instead of next to the dock. A costly lesson for any captain. The first clip shows a barge at anchor, getting slammed by another barge that's completely out of control. It's terrifying how just 1 second of inattention can lead to a disaster like this. Still in the Riverport area, a cargo ship suddenly tilted and sank, triggering a chain reaction that caused multiple nearby vessels to collide. The scene turned into chaos in an instant. It's hard to explain why this fishing boat suddenly changed course, causing both vessels to collide. The crash happened right in front of the camera. Completely unavoidable. A sudden incident unfolded at the confluence of two major Amazon River branches. Two ferries packed with vehicles and passengers collided violently, sending people into a panic. Traffic came to a standstill. A luxury sailboat drifted too close to shore and ran aground, eventually tipping onto its side. Fortunately, rescue teams stepped in just in time and managed to right the vessel, avoiding a full-on daytime sinking. Now let me show you how people in Bangladesh hop on boats. It looks pretty fun, but also seriously risky. Would you dare try it? A ferry at the port of Sorrento suffered a throttle malfunction, crashing straight into a row of docked yachts. The impact was so loud, it echoed through the entire coastal neighborhood.
What the fuck?
And here's a heart-stopping situation. A flimsy, homemade wooden ferry, packed with people and a heavy truck. Every creak tightens the nerves. Just a slight tilt, and everything could flip over. towering waves are a terrifying enemy, a chemical tanker is caught between surges over 10 meters high. The scene is so intense, few would dare to face it. This is when the ocean shows no mercy. Gigantic waves crash again and again, threatening to swallow the ship whole. The footage was recorded right from the deck. If it were you, wouldn't you be scared?
I hope that boat survives.
We're about to wreck, literally.
Faced with this situation, the man could only scream as the barge convoy slammed into his vessel. The damage was severe. But what upset him most? No one took responsibility.
Holy look at this. Bro.
Ha toccato.
Shifting to bridge-related collisions, the cargo ship Allen slammed straight into the Noord-Kasteel Bug Bridge in Belgium. The bridge had to be shut down for over 10 days. A costly price for poor control and oversight. When nature unleashes its fury, nothing can stand in its way. Watch these crazy waves crashing on Tahini's shore. It's like the ocean itself is rising up. And it's not just offshore disaster strikes on land too. At Navajo Beach, a sudden landslide crashes down without warning. Tourists flee in panic and chaos. In this clip, massive waves slam into a cruise ship's glass windows, sending water pouring into the cabin. The interior was completely destroyed. Finally, a stunning yet dangerous scene. A ferry caught in a fierce storm, and relentless lightning strikes as it crosses the Baltic Sea. A truly terrifying light happens next. A boat charges straight at a fishing vessel like no one's even steering it. This is what happens when a highly anticipated launch turns into a disaster in a matter of seconds. Does this shot make your head spin? The ocean doesn't welcome the faint of heart. Coming up a cargo ship that couldn't break in time barrels, marine life and coastal living. Tides are caused by the gravitational pull of the moon and the sun. As the moon orbits Earth, it pulls ocean water with it, raising sea levels. The opposite side rises too due to inertia. That's why we have 2 high tides and 2 low tides daily. Ships must monitor tide schedules to know when to sail or dock. Low tides can strand vessels. Poor timing at anchor can tilt or drift ships. Tides are routine but crucial. Around full moons or new moons, tides become stronger, called spring tides. Ever had trouble because of tides? Share your story in the comments. You've just witnessed dramatic moments at sea where nature can shift everything in seconds. Storms, waves, collisions. This isn't Hollywood. It's real. The ocean is beautiful, but also deadly. A single mistake can be catastrophic. For seafarers, fishermen, and rescue crews, it's daily reality. Nature can't be controlled, but preparation can save lives. Understand tides, watch the weather, follow safety rules. Simple actions save ships. If you thought sailing was just relaxing, this video might change your mind. That's what makes the sea special. It demands awareness, courage, and readiness. Thanks for joining Always Intense. If you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and hit the bell. Which moment shook you most, did it? Tell us in the comments. See you on the next voyage.